Broadcasting live from the Meridics via OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Centennial Sportsplex. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network, and welcome to a very special night in GNASH history because for the first time ever, rivals are putting a brand new perpetual trophy on the line for their annual regular season meeting. JPII-MLK and Hendersonville-Beech-Lawson are playing in the inaugural Battle of the Bypass to see who will be the first ever winner of the Rock Castle Cup. I've been calling it the Rock Island Cup. It's the Rock Castle Cup. And it's a special event. Going to do pregame player intros, plus maybe have a national anthem, and then have a postgame presentation. If the game is tied at the end of 3 periods, we will do a shootout to determine who wins the trophy, but the game goes down as a tie in the GNASH record book in that instance. And we're coming on the air a few minutes earlier because the first game of the night is already over. It's been over for quite a while. So let's go over the scores from Monday and the first score of tonight. Station Camp on Monday, Station Camp Liberty Creek beat JPII-MLK 6-4. Father Ryan beat Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill 4-3. It was a senior night win for the Irish. Meanwhile, Brentwood spoiled Independence BA-USN Nashville Christian senior night by beating the Eagles 7-3. Ainsworth Nolensville-Lipscomb beat Ravenwood 3-2 Nash Cup regular season championship. And Montgomery Bell Academy beat Franklin 4-0 to clinch a Predators Cup berth. And again, the first final of the night is in Independence BA-USN Nashville Christian beat the Montgomery County Rangers 9-1, and that means the Rangers will be the 8th seed for the Henry Hine Cup. And besides this game, JPII-MLK, the night's other game be starting on Rank B sometime soon. Final game of the regular season for the Tennessee Outlaws as they take on Centennial FRA. It's senior night for the Cougars. They have 10 seniors to honor, so their senior night's going to take a while. All right, let's talk. Let's go over the standings with that Indy-Montgomery County game in the books. Ainsworth Nolensville-Lipscomb finishing the season with an unbeaten record of 13 wins, no losses, and 2 ties. Again, they have won the GNASH Cup and will be the 1 seed for the Predators Cup. Ravenwood in second at 10-2-1. Hendersonville-Beech-Lawson in third at 9-3-1. JPII-MLK and Franklin are both at 9-4-0, but JP2 are ahead of Franklin because they beat them back in October. Montgomery Bell are 8-3-2. Summit Page are at 7-3-1. Tennessee Outlaws and Station Camp Liberty Creek are both at 6-6-2, but it's Station Camp ahead of the Outlaws in the goal difference tiebreaker. Father Ryan are at 5-8-1. The Rutherford Rampage at 5-9-0. Brentwood, they finished the regular season with a record of 4-10-1. Independence BA Nashville Christian, Independence BA USN Nashville Christian now 4-9-1. After the win tonight, Centennial FRA 4-9-0. Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill 1-10-2. And the Montgomery County Rangers are now 0-14-0. And again, they will be the 8th seed for the Hine Cup. So the teams at the extreme ends of the table have claimed a playoff seed. Ainsworth have claimed the Preds Cup 1 seed. Montgomery County have claimed the Hine Cup 8 seed. All right, let's talk about the 2 teams playing our game tonight. First up, JPII-MLK, coached by Justin Clark. Coming into tonight 9-4-0 as we look over the results of their last 5 games. Dating back to November 20th when they lost 3-0 to Ainsworth. December 2nd, they beat the Rutherford Rampage 5-4, beat Centennial 3-0 on December 9th. Beat the Outlaws 6-3 on December 11th, and then back on Monday, a 6-4 loss to Station Camp. So here are their stats coming into tonight. Clayton Roach, the leading scorer. He has 24 points from 14 goals and 10 assists. Saxon Clements with 14 points from 4 goals and 10 assists. Joe Hiller with 12 points from 8 goals and 4 assists. Oscar Ford, 10 points from 4 goals and 6 assists. Reese Davidson, 10 points from 2 goals and 8 assists. Nick Pellegrino, 9 points from 2 goals and 7 assists. Ian Sullivan, 9 points from a goal and 8 assists. David Bavis, 9 points from 4 goals and 5 assists. Cade Ziemendorf, 9 points from 5 goals and 4 assists. Coleman Glidewell, 7 points from 5 goals and 2 assists. Hugo Ford, 7 points all from assists. Nick Hollis, 5 points from a goal and 4 assists. Ben Parrish, 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Brendan Cox, 2 points from assists. Winston Walker a point from a goal, and Dylan Anderson and Will Emerson each with a point from an assist. On the goalie play, Jake Benoit has played in 7 games, 6 of those were starts. His record 4-2-0. He's played 260 minutes, goals against average of 1.73, 2 shutouts. He's allowed 10 goals on 106 shots, turned away the other 96. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .906. Matthew Simmons has played in 7 games. All of those were starts. His record 5-2-0. He's played 285 minutes, goals against average of 4.11, no shutouts. He's allowed 26 goals on 131 shots, turned away the other 105. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .802. Let's talk about Steven Sullivan's Hendersonville-Beech-Lawson. 9-3-1 coming into tonight. If they win this game, they will be a 3 seed, or not a 3 seed, a top 3 seed for the Preds Cup. They would actually tie Ravenwood on points and on wins, but of course Ravenwood beat them last month, so Ravenwood would be placed in second. But if Hendersonville do win tonight, they still have a chance to get the 2 seed. Their last 5 games coming into tonight, lost 3-0 to Ensworth on November 6th, beat Father Ryan 6-0 on November 11th, beat Montgomery County 11-3 on December 4th, beat Montgomery Bell with Hunter Wicken at 6-1 on December 9th, and on December 11th they lost 8-6 to Ravenwood. So here are their stats coming into tonight. Gideon Drodnik, the leading scorer, he has 23 points from 16 goals and 7 assists. Landon Croft, 19 points from 12 goals and 7 assists. Caden Cisco, 16 points from 6 goals and 10 assists. Colin Smith with 14 points from 2 goals and 12 assists. Carter Morrison, 11 points from 10 goals and an assist. Merrick Mott and Christian Dickens each with 8 points from 2 goals and 6 assists. Hudson Laux with 7 points all from assists. Tyler Ellis, 5 points from 2 goals and 3 assists. Brian Wilkinson, 4 points from a goal and 3 assists. Dom Harpole, 3 points all from assists. Braden Rose, 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Britton Smith, 2 points from goals. Caden Smith with 2 points from a goal and an assist. Wyatt Franks, 2 points from assist. Alex Williams with 2 points from a goal and an assist. And Josh Lodel and Caden Lewis each have a point from a goal. On to goalie play, Griffin Rumba has played in 7 games. All of those were starts. His record 5-2-0. He's played 294 minutes, goals against average of 2.76, 1 shutout. He's allowed 18 goals on 163 shots, turned away the other 145. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .890. Justin Smith has played in 5 games. All of those were starts. His record 4-0-1. He's played 210 minutes, goals against average of 2.79, 1 shutout. He's allowed 13 goals and 84 shots, turned away the other 71. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .845. As the warm-up clock runs down to 0. And we're going to do the pregame ceremonies here in a moment. Not a big crowd on hand for this game. It's kind of sad, especially for Hendersonville's side. A lot more people on the JP2 side. All right, folks, I'm going to turn down my mic, and the next time you're going to hear me is going to be on the PA mic but fed into the board. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's inaugural Rock Castle Cup game between the JPII Knights and the Hendersonville Commandos. This is a piece of GNASH history because this is the first time ever that two rivals are putting up an annual trophy for the annual regular season meeting. Not even the league's most famous rivalry, Brentwood and Ravenwood, gives out a trophy. Now, let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's teams. First, the home team, the co-op of Hendersonville High School, Beech Senior High School, and James Lawson High School, with grandfathered players from Gallatin High School and Merrill Hyde Magnet School. At center, from James Lawson, a junior, number 28, Caden Cisco. At left wing, from Beech, a junior, number 8, Landon Croft. At right wing, from Hendersonville, a junior, number 23, the team's leading scorer, Gideon Drobnik. At left defense, from Gallatin, a senior, number 9, Carter Morrison. At right defense, from Merrill Hyde, a senior, number 66, Dom Harpole. And in goal from Hendersonville, a sophomore, number 16, Justin Smith. The head coach of Hendersonville-Beech-Lawson is Stephen Sullivan. And now let's meet the starting lineup for tonight's visiting team, the co-op of Pope St. John Paul II Preparatory School and Martin Luther King Jr. Magnet High School, with grandfathered players from Christ Presbyterian Academy and Grace Christian Academy Franklin. At center, from CPA, a junior, the team's leading scorer, number 2, Clayton Roach. At left wing, from CPA, a junior, number 6, Saxon Clements. At right wing, from JP2, a senior, number 14, Coleman Glidewell. At left defense, from GCA, a senior, number 3, Nick Pellegrino. At right defense, from JP2, a senior, number 25, Nick Hollis. And in goal, on a season-long loan from the Tennessee Outlaws via the goalie draft, from Madison Academy in Hermitage, a senior, number 31, Jacob Benoit. The head coach of JPII-MLK is Justin Clark. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats. Singing the national anthem tonight is someone who played in this rivalry and was a member of JP2's 2016 Henry Hine Cup winning team, Tessa Herzer.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
Just a quick note, if this game is tied at the end of 3 periods, we will have a shootout to determine who wins the cup, but it will officially go down in the GNASH record books as a tie. Let's have a good game, fellas. All right, that was fun. Again, Justin Smith going to start in goal for Hendersonville. Jacob Benoit going to start in goal for JP2 for this first period. Hendersonville will carry the puck from my left to right, JP2 from my right to left. Both of these teams can still get a top 3 seed. But Hendersonville have a very favorable last game of the regular season against the Rampage. And JP2 have to play Summit in their last game. Game is underway. Carter Morrison dumping the puck in the JP2 zone. Knights with it on the far side. And a clearing attempt intercepted inside the zone. Here's Landon Croft. Right wing side shot. Went across the front of the net. They say Benoit got a piece of it on the board. JP2 sending the puck back into the Hendersonville zone. Or into the Hendersonville zone for the first time of the game, I should say. Picked up by Carter Morrison. He brings it to center. Morrison into the JP2 zone on the left wing side. Drops it back up top. Going to the slot. Gideon Drobnik, a shot blocked. Deflected off of Clayton Roach into the netting above the glass. And that took the first 44 seconds of play. Draw is going to be to Benoit's right. And Hendersonville come up with it. And here is Joe Hiller bringing it into the Hendersonville zone. Tried to pass it ahead to David Bavis. That was blocked, and now Hiller brings it back in on the left wing side. Hiller lost it trying to go to the slot. There's Oscar Ford putting the puck in front for Bavis, but it was knocked away by Wyatt Franks. Now Franks, left wing side of the JP2 zone. Gets tangled up with Ford and goes down. And the Knights bring the puck out of the zone. Ian Sullivan into the Hendersonville end on the left wing side. Sends it over to the far side, but it's going to be Colin Smith getting to it, trying to clear it out. Actually hit Nick Pellegrino and died out, and then Smith knocks it into the netting above the glass on the bleachers side of the ice. And the clock is still running. Clock stops with 11:55 to go in the first. No goals on the board. Draw to the left of Justin Smith. And the Knights had it, but it's taken away. Christian Diggins carried it out to... Lost it. It's back deep in the Knights zone. Put out in front. Oh, and it was a Commandos player right in front. Caden Smith with a shot from out high. Went off a stick and past the net. It was Ty Ellis who was going right to the front of the net all alone. The puck skipped over his stick. Was out at center, now brought back in by Carter Morrison. Morrison down low on the right wing side, taking a shot. It goes over the net. It's pretty much on the goal line near the left-hand side of the JP2 net. Puck out at center. Gideon Drobnik brings it back into the JP2 zone. Flicks it past the net to the right of Benoit from the left wing side. Now there's a one-timer from Croft above the top of the right circle. Stopped and held on to by Benoit. 10:56 to go in the first, and no goals on the board just yet. Draws to the left of Benoit. There's one by Hendersonville, but the puck went out to center. Wyatt Frank's having to back out of the zone. Now it's in the Hendersonville end. Joe Hiller on the left wing side gets bumped off the puck. And Caden Cisco sends it out to center, but it's intercepted and sent back into the Hendersonville zone. It was intercepted by Ian Sullivan right at his own blue line. Now here's Oscar Ford. Oh, Joe Hiller knocking it to the inboards. Colin Smith sending it around, trying to get it out. It's held in by Hugo Ford. Now Joe Hiller puts it in front, whiffed on from right in front by Will Emerson. And the puck cleared down ice by Hendersonville. It's icing waved off. One linesman had his arm in the air, but the linesman who saw the puck go past said, no, it's not an icing. There's a big hit. Ian Sullivan knocked into the glass on the far side, right at the red line, in front of the picnic table by Landon Croft. Now here's Clayton Roach bringing the puck back into the Hendersonville zone, and from the right circle he shoots it past the net to the right of Smith. Puck out on the far side. Now it's back in the JP2 zone. Nick Hollis controlling. Now Landon Croft in the slot with a soft shot towards the front of the net. Stopped and covered up by Benoit. Smothering it before Merrick Mott could get a stick on it. 9:13 to go in the first. Still no goals on the board. And the Outlaws have an early 1-0 lead on Centennial. So if the Outlaws lose that game or it ends in a tie, Summit Page will clinch a Preds Cup berth. But if the Outlaws lose by 6 goals, then Summit and Station Camp clinch the last 2 Preds Cup berths, because the Outlaws' goal difference would be far too great. Their goal difference deficit to Station Camp would be far too great to overcome. Of course, Centennial cannot get to the Hein Cup 1 seed because Station Camp's win over JP2 on Monday means that whichever one of those 3 teams, Summit, as the puck is banked off the near side boards and comes all the way down on the JP2 goal, stopped and covered up by Benoit. Whichever one of those 3 teams bidding for the last 2 Preds Cup berths, Summit, the Outlaws, and Station Camp, whichever one of those 2 doesn't get in is guaranteed the Hein Cup 1 seed. Draw is to the left of Benoit. And JP2 bringing it out to center. Here is Clayton Roach into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Tried to cut to the front of the net, but puck went into the skates of Dom Harpole, and he lost it. Sent all the way back down by Hendersonville, no icing. Here's Ian Sullivan, deep in his own zone. Passing it out to the far side. Clayton Roach, left wing side of the Hendersonville zone, shot, score! Roach started to move into the slot, and he took a shot that buzzes past the blocker side of Smith into the back of the net. And on their first shot on goal of the game, JP2 jump out in front. It's 1-0 Knights with 8:03 to go in the first. Draw one by JP2. It's in the Hendersonville zone. Oscar Ford below the goal line. Comes around to the left wing side. Sends the puck behind the net to Joe Hiller. Hiller wanting to put it out in front. Jeffrey Saxon Clements, a backhander. Went off a stick and past the net to the right of Smith. Now here's Colin Smith. Right wing side of the JP2 zone, pass across. Oh, and 2 shots We're stopped by Benoit from point-blank range by Britton Smith. Those shots came from Britton Smith. Now Wyatt Franks out at center. Goes right on top of the red line and fires it deep into the JP2 zone so that Hendersonville can change. Oh, and here's a loose puck and a one-timer from the top of the left circle by Caden Cisco off the left leg pad of Benoit. Carter Morrison. Shot in the left point, blocked. Puck ends up back in the Hendersonville zone. Morrison with it. Stops behind his own net. Morrison sends it around to the near side. Cisco out at center. Now Gideon Drobnik, right wing side of the JP2 zone, tried to start cutting to the front of the net, but somebody put a shoulder on him. I think it was Nick Hollis. Now here comes JP2 through center. And Will Emerson loses the puck going down the right wing side of the Hendersonville zone. He gets it back. Passes up to the top of the left circle, and a shot from Nick Hollis goes past the net to the left of Justin Smith. Gideon Drobnik ahead to Landon Croft, left wing side of the JP2 zone. Croft around the back of the net. Backhands it up to the right point, and a shot from Caden Smith was blocked. Colin Smith out at center, sends it back into the JP2 zone. Nick Pellegrino with it, sends it around the wall to the near side, and Nick Hollis. And, well, Hendersonville got a hold of the puck, but then they lost it. It drifted out to center. Here's Clayton Roach, right wing side of the Hendersonville zone. A shot turned away by Smith. And there was a whistle. Do we have a penalty? Is it too many men against JP2? I didn't see what a signal was, so Hendersonville getting the first power play of the game, down 1-0 with 5:17 to go in the first. Is a live box score for this game up yet? Here's Carter Morrison passing it over to Colin Smith, right point, moving along the blue line, taking a shot, misses the net to the right of Benoit. Colin Smith out at center over to Caden Cisco, back in the JP2 zone on the right wing side. Backhands it up to Colin Smith. Smith trying to bank it off the near boards down and intercepted by Hugo Ford, but Ford knocked over Cisco, and Ford is going to go to the box for roughing. So Hendersonville are going to have a 92-second 5-on-3 with 4:49 to go in the first, still trailing 1-0. And the clock for Ford's penalty reads 20 seconds instead of 2 minutes, so that needs to be fixed before we can drop the puck. And now it is corrected to 2 minutes, so they'll drop the puck to Benoit's left. Can Hendersonville take advantage? Finally get one on the board here, we'll see. They win the draw, Colin Smith passing over top of the left circle, Carter Morrison. Morrison back to Smith, high slot. Colin Smith back to Morrison, back to Smith up top at the center point. Smith moving down a bit, now passing down to the left face-off dot. And Morrison, who moves towards the left wing corner, sends it back up top to the left point, Colin Smith. Smith over to the right point, Caden Cisco. Cisco taking a shot, stopped by Benoit. And Nick Pellegrino pushes the rebound towards him so he can cover up. 61 seconds left in the 5-on-3. 4:19 to go in the first, still 1-0. JP2 draws to the left of Benoit. One by the Commandos. Carter Morrison, center point. Under a minute left in the 5-on-3. Morrison passing over to the left circle. Shot from Landon Croft, turned away by Benoit. He has made 10 saves on 10 shots. Morrison moving along the blue line. Passing over left circle. Croft taking a shot again. Save made by Benoit, and it goes into the netting above the glass. Or did it go off a JP2 stick in front? Appears to be the latter. Oh no, they're saying it went off a Hendersonville stick on its way out. So they're going to drop the puck at center. On the dot right in front of the JP2 bench. One by the Knights. Oh, but Gideon Drobnik's going to get to it inside the JP2 zone on the left wing side. He's in the corner. Passes up to the left point. Landon Croft under a minute left now on the Hugo Ford penalty. And Croft with a soft little one-timer from the left circle that goes off the left leg pad of Benoit. Now Morrison out high again. Back over to Croft. Croft with a shot. Misses the net to the left of Benoit. Now they're saying he got a piece of it. And the net has come dislodged. 10 seconds left in the 5-on-3. 3:28 left in the first. Still 1-0 JP2. 38 seconds left on the penalty against Hugo Ford. Still 1-0 Outlaws over Centennial over on Rink B. Draw is to the left of Benoit. One by Hendersonville. Here's Croft. Across to Cisco. One-timer missed the net to the right of Benoit. Puck goes out to center. First penalty is up. First penalty against the Knights is up. Hendersonville with now 20 seconds left in the 5-on-4. Here's Merrick Mott back in the JP2 zone to the net. A backhander missed. Puck put out in front of the slot. Landon Croft a shot blocked. It's behind the net. JP2 come up with it. They'll clear it down ice, and that'll be it for the 5-on-4. JP2 back at even strength. Carter Morrison passing across inside his own zone. Had to maneuver it around Joe Hiller. They were all alone in the Hendersonville zone. Now here's Landon Croft back down the right wing into the JP2 zone. Behind the net. Puck ends up going out to center. Gideon Drobnik. Back in the JP2 zone, taking off the puck, and it's cleared out. There's Colin Smith. Back into the JP2 zone, putting it in front for Christian Dickens. I don't know if he got a hold of the puck or not. He got a couple of whacks at it, and the net came dislodged again. Minute 52 to go in the first, still 0-0 JP2. Shots on goal read 12-1. It should be 12-2 in favor of Hendersonville. Draw is to the left of Benoit. One by the Knights. And here's Oscar Ford, into the Hendersonville zone, trying to go down the slot. And then he tried to go behind the net. Wyatt Frank staying all over top of him. Puck loose in the left wing corner, and Ford comes up with it. Ford passing it off Joe Hiller. Backhanding it up to the left point, Nick Hollis. Hollis shot, takes a deflection, goes towards the front of the net. Colin Smith with it, whips it around, but we got a whistle. And another roughing penalty, and I think this is on Hendersonville. Yes, it is. It's Ty Ellis going to the box. So JP2 going to get their first power play of the game, up 1-0 with 78 seconds to go in the first. Draw to the right of Smith. One by JP2. Here's Nick Pellegrino. Now Oscar Ford. Passing below the goal line, Saxon Clements. Putting it out in front. Here's the shot, score! Clayton Roach from the right circle, sliding towards the left-hand side of the net. And Clayton Roach has both of JP2's goals as they go up 2-0. Convert the power play with 64 seconds to go in the first. Draw one by Hendersonville. Puck brought into the JP2 zone last minute of the first. It is behind the net. Now the Knights come up with it. Clayton Roach, right wing side of the Hendersonville zone. It's Saxon Clements. Tried to stop at the right half wall. Carter Morrison came along to knock the puck away. It's out on the far side. Clements, right half wall. The puck poked away by Morrison, who brings it out to center. 30 seconds left in the first. Puck taken back by JP2. Now Morrison on the left wing side. Fell over after taking a little bump from the Clements. And the Knights with a puck. Puck cleared out to center by JP2. Ends up back in their zone, cleared out again, and that is going to be it for the first. 2 goals on 3 shots, just 3 shots for JP2. Clayton Roach has both of them. And the Knights lead Hendersonville-Beech-Lawson 2-0 at the end of 1. Ready to start the second period. Jacob Benoit still in goal for JP2. Justin Smith still in goal for Hendersonville for this second period. JP2 will carry the puck from my left to right, and Hendersonville from my right to left. Caden Cisco bringing the puck into the JP2 zone. High slot shot hit the skates of Nick Pellegrino into the right wing corner. And it's going to be brought out to center by Joe Hiller. Hiller into the commando zone. Around the back of the net. Try to put it out in front for Oscar Ford. That's broken up. Here's Gideon Dromnik, left wing side of the, JP2 zone shot blocked by the back-checking Nick Pellegrino. Pellegrino out to center. Into the Hendersonville zone on the left wing side. Oh, he took a slash, it looks like. Referee has his arm in the air. Yep. It's a slashing penalty against the Commandos. Landon Croft will go to the box. So JP2 back in the power play up 2-0 with 13:02 to go in the second. Oh boy, Centennial now leading the Outlaws 2-1 over on Rink B. Draws to the right of Justin Smith, won by JP2. The Outlaws can lose that again. They can't lose by 6 goals. Otherwise, Station can't get the last Preds Cup spot. And Summit will also clinch a berth. Here's Merrick Mott, right wing side of the JP2 zone. Could not get around the back, checking Nick Pellegrino. Lost the puck trying to get around him. Here's Joe Hiller out at center. Passing over to Saxon Clements, right wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Back to Hiller, tried to get it over to Oscar Ford. It went off the stick of Merrick Mott, and hand pass called against JP2. Draw 74 seconds left in the power play, 12:16 to go in the second, still 2-0. JP2 drawing the dot across from the JP2 bench in front of the bleachers, won by the Knights. Oh, Saxon Clements. Oh boy, Merrick Mott in front of shot, score! Saxon Clements and Nick Pellegrino ran into each other on the near side, right near the Zamboni doors. Clements dropped his stick. Mott carried it to the front of the net, got off a shot that took kind of a deflection and went into the roof of the net. A shorthanded goal for Hendersonville, and they trail 2-1 with a minute left in the power play and 12:02 to go in the second. Wow. And it happened right underneath me. I'm standing in this chair. It happened right in front of this door right here that I walked through to stand out on the carpet earlier when doing the lineups, and Tessa Herzer was doing the anthem. I mean, it happened right in front of me, too. Here's Hugo Ford, shot in the left point, takes a deflection and goes past the net to the right of Justin Smith. Under 30 seconds left in the power play for JP2. Puck put in front. Coleman Glidewell shot blocked. Oh, then dribbles on goal and it goes in. Glidewell with a shot that appeared to be blocked. But then it dribbled towards the front of the net and it swept in from right at the crease by David Bavas. And JP2 convert the power play to go up 3-1 with 11:22 to go in the second. And that is it for Justin Smith. Griffin Rumbaugh is taking over in goal. So 40 seconds after Hendersonville get on the board, JP2 go back up by 2. Here come Hendersonville up, but they lost the puck. Up. And Ian Sullivan bounced it off a Hendersonville player back into his own zone, but Gideon Drodnik was offside. Got in right before the puck did, so Hendersonville had to back off. Puck put in front for Drodnik, and he knocked it past the net, and they're saying Benoit got a piece of it. And the puck back inside the Hendersonville zone. A clearing attempt was actually stopped right at the left point by Joe Hiller. Now here's Gideon Drobnik through center, back into the JP2 zone, trying to go down the slot. He's being held by Hugo Ford, who's going to go to the box for it. It is now 3-1 Centennial over the Outlaws over on Rink B. .10:06 left in the second. Hendersonville back on the power play, down 3-1. And JP2 clear the puck down ice. Carter Morrison's going to go pick it up. Landon Croft. Passing it over Colin Smith. Smith passing up to the left point, and Croft. Back down to Smith. Passing below the goal line. Braden Rose putting it in front and whiffing on it was Merrick Mott. Here's a shot from Carter Morrison, top of the right circle, gloved and held on to by Benoit. 73 seconds left of the power play, 9:20 to go in the second, still 3-1. JP2. Draw is going to be to the left of Benoit. One by Hendersonville. Colin Smith passing over to Drobnik. Got poked away, and it's out at center. Colin Smith takes it back, brings it back into the JP2 zone, taking a shot. It's over the net. I think it took a deflection off the stick of the back-checking Nick Pellegrino into the netting above the glass. Exactly a minute left in the power play for Hendersonville now. Draw will be to the left of Benoit. They're saying Benoit got a piece of it. They put it up on the board as a shot. One by Hendersonville. Here's Colin Smith at the right point. Moving along the blue line, passing over to the left point, Morrison. Morrison moves out towards the boards, now starts moving along the blue line himself. Takes a shot, and it misses the net to the right of Benoit. Rebound from Landon Croft. Oh, just missed the net to the right of Benoit. Gideon Drobnik, right wing corner, whiffs on a pass attempt. Smith. Over to Morrison. Backhands it down into the left wing corner. 30 seconds left of the power play for the Commandos, and puck cleared out by Nick Pellegrino. Morrison with it at center, waiting for his teammates to get back on side. Pushed into the boards. Now here's Colin Smith. Now Landon Croft. Oh, brings the puck back into the JP2 zone, tries to go to the slot, whiffs on a shooting attempt. Joe Hiller pokes it out to center. Here's Croft. Now Colin Smith, left wing side of the JP2 zone, tried to center it for Drobnik, was broken up by Pellegrino. Penalty time against JP2 is up. They're back at even strength. Oscar Ford out at center. Left wing side of the Hendersonville zone, trying to go to the front of the net. Nice back checking by Caden Sisko to knock the puck away. Now the puck out in front, and a backhander score. Hendersonville were trying to get it out of the zone, but they turned it over. And I think it's Oscar Ford. It was Joe Hiller leading a fist bump parade. And it's 4-1 JP2 with 7:44 to go in the second. Here's JP2 again, trying to go to the front of the net. And, oh my goodness, they've scored again. Saxon Clements going to the front of the net and backhanding it in. And it is 5-1 JP2 with 7:22 to go in the second. Hendersonville have 16 shots on goal. JP2, the board should read 6. They have scored on 5 of them. My God. And now the officials are talking. No goal. Wow. What a break for Hendersonville. What a break for Hendersonville. That is. I guess the puck didn't go all the way over the line. Draw is going to be to Rumbaugh's left. One by JP2, a shot from Clements blocked. Clements behind the net. Now here's Mott. Head to Rose, out at center with it now, Brian Wilkinson. Oh, pass cross intercepted, David Bavis. Now it's back in the Hendersonville zone. Cleared out by the Commandos, went past Hugo Ford on its way out, so icing waved off. Ian Sullivan behind his own net. Sending it up the near side and out. Dom Harpole fires it back in from right behind the blue line. He had to wait for his teammates to get back on side. Now here's David Bavis, left wing side of the Hendersonville zone. A shot in the left circle, turned away by Rumbaugh, and then the puck put out in front. And I don't know if he covered it. Oh, the net got dislodged. 6:14 to go in the second. Still 4-1 JP2. Draw is to the right of Rumbaugh. Hendersonville win it. They bring it into the JP2 zone. Landon Croft on the left wing side. Passing up to the left point. Caden Smith over to Colin Smith. Top of the right circle. One-timer turned away by Benoit. Puck was played with a high stick by JP2, but it's canceled out by Hendersonville playing it. Now here's Landon Croft going down the slot, and his shot was interrupted by the stick of Nick Hollis. Caden Cisco trying to send it to the front of the net. That's blocked. Puck cleared out. By JP2. Now it's brought back in. Drobnik trying to go down the slot. It's knocked over, gets back in his skates. Now Cisco with a puck. Cisco. Wanted to put it out in front. Now it's up at the right point. Colin Smith sending it down. Drobnik past the slot. Croft a shot off the right leg pad of Benoit. Puck went back into the JP2 zone. Now it's back into the Hendersonville zone. Now it's brought out by the Commandos. It's back in the JP2 zone on the stick of Landon Croft. Across to Smith, Colin Smith. Up, and a JP2 player got knocked over in front of his own net. It's Nick Pellegrino, and it's going to be a cross-checking call against Hendersonville. And it's Drobnik going to the box. So Hendersonville compounding things for themselves more. JP2 back on the power play, up 4-1 with 4:43 to go in the second. JP2 with a puck, they turn it over, and the Commandos clear it out. Nick Pellegrino leaves it for Clayton Roach. Roach brings it to center. Back into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Around the back of the net. And the puck was cleared out of the zone, but Merrick Mott fell over, trying to get to it. Puck back in the Hendersonville end. Dom Harpole behind his own net. Under a minute left in the power play for JP2. Puck out at center again. Here's Braden Rose back in the JP2 zone. A shot blockered into the air by Jacob Benoit. And it goes all the way into the netting above the glass. Now to play. 52 seconds left in the power play. 3:35 to go in the second. Still 4-1 JP2. Draws to the left of Benoit. Won by JP2. Hugo Ford. Trying to pass it ahead to Ian Sullivan. It's taken away at center by Landon Croft and sent back into the JP2 zone. There's Hugo Ford. Bringing it through center into the Hendersonville zone on the left wing side. Around the back of the net. Under 30 seconds left in the power play for JP2. Commandos come up with the puck. Brought out to center by Colin Smith. Oh, and he ran into a JP2 player and dropped his stick. Otherwise, he and Landon Croft would have been on a 2-on-0. At the other end, a shot from Coleman Glidewell has to be turned away by Rumbaugh. As Hendersonville cleared the puck down ice to kill off the rest of the penalty, which is now up, and they're back at even strength. But yeah, Smith ran into a JP2 player right at center, dropped his stick, and then that caused him to go into the path of Landon Croft, who then couldn't get the puck. Puck back in the JP2 zone on the right wing side, Caden Cisco. Backhanding in front, and a one-timer from Landon Croft is stopped by Benoit. Puck cleared down ice by JP2, icing waved off. Puck back in the JP2 zone, stretch pass to Reese Davidson. Went by his stick right at the Hendersonville blue line and went deep. No icing since he tried to play the puck. Now it's out at center again, and here's Drobnik. Back into the JP2 zone. Drobnik tried to drop it back. Sliding in was Nick Hollis, causing him to cough up the puck. Actually tried to leave it, I think, for Christian Diggins, and then it was broken up. But now at the other end, puck comes right onto the Hendersonville goal. Has to be stopped and covered up by Rumbaugh. 97 seconds left in the 97 seconds left in the second. Still 4-1 JP2. And draw to the left of Rumbaugh, won by JP2, and a pass across to, I think it was Clayton Roach. No, it's Saxon Clements, and his one-timer missed the net to the right of Rumbaugh. Here's Clements. Trying to pass across to the right wing, intercepted by Carter Morrison. He brings it out to center. Morrison, right wing side of the JP2 zone. Trying to pass the slot. Tyus with it, a backhander. Stopped by Benoit, and the rebound covered up. .68 seconds left in the second. Still 4-1 JP2. Still 3-1. Centennial over the Outlaws over on Rink B. If that score holds, Station Camp would only need a tie with Ravenwood 2 weeks from tonight to get the last Preds Cup spot. Or if they lost, they would have to lose by 4 goals. Or they would have to lose by within 4 goals. Here's Coleman Glidewell going to the front of the Hendersonville net. A shot, score! Wyatt Franks with a turnover inside his own zone. Glidewell goes right to the front of the net and sends it in from the left-hand side. And now it's 5-1 JP2 with exactly 55 seconds. No, it's 55.8 seconds to go in the second. Puck in the JP2 zone, put in front for Brian Wilkinson. And his soft one-timer goes past the net to the left of Benoit. Puck cleared out by JP2. Carter Morrison with it. Backs inside his own zone. 30 seconds left in the second. Morrison turns it over. And a backhander. Oh, Joe Hiller. I think he missed the net. Here comes Merrick Mott through center. Back into the JP2 zone. Trying to go to the front of the net. A shot. Stopped by Benoit, who's got it covered. Backed into his own net to keep that thing out. 14.5 seconds left in the second. Still 5-1. JP2. Draws to the right of Benoit. Won by JP2. Nick Pellegrino sending it over to the far side. Whipped around the wall, held in by Carter Morrison. Morrison immediately swarmed. He pokes the puck to the inboards behind the net. Pellegrino sends it around to the near side. That's it for the second. Well, Merrick Mott got Hendersonville on the board, but then JP2 scored 3 straight. And they now lead Hendersonville 5-1 at the end of 2. Ready to go with the start of the third and final period. Jacob Benoit still in goal for JP2. Griffin Rumbaugh still in goal for Hendersonville. Took over from Justin Smith early in the second. For this third and final period, Hendersonville carried the puck from my left to right, JP2 from my right to left. It's 5-1 JP2. Here's Clayton Roach passing down low. Oscar Ford in front of backhander. Stopped and held on to by Rumbaugh. That takes the first 15 seconds off the clock. If Hendersonville come back and tie the game and it ends in a tie. We'll go to a shootout to decide who wins the Rock Island Cup, but again, the game will officially go down as a tie in the GNASH record book. Landon Croft with the puck off the draw for Hendersonville. Backhanding it out to center. Oh, but it's taken back by JP2. Let's take it back by Hendersonville. Drobnik trying to go to the front of the JP2 net. Had the puck knocked away, but was held in by Landon Croft. Puck sent around the wall to the far side. Puck cleared out by JP2, sent back in from center by Dom Harpole. And a little shot from right in front of the JP2 net, stopped by Benoit. Here's Colin Smith trying to clear it out at the far side and went off a JP2 player off of Saxon Clemenson out. Puck sent back towards the Hendersonville zone. Carter Morrison with it. Up the far side, Merrick Mott brings it back into the JP2 zone, fires it over the net from the blue line. Puck put out in front, and a shot stopped by Benoit, or did it go across the front of the net? Looked like it went across the front of the net. Here's Carter Morrison passing down the left wing. Shot from Merrick Mott blocked, and the puck cleared out by JP2. It's going to be on goal, stopped by Rumbaugh. There's Bavis passing up to the left point. And Hiller sending it down off a stick. Came on goal. Had to be turned away by Rumbaugh. Now Hiller putting it out in front. Glidewall can't get his stick on it. Here's who go forward. Top of the left circle shot. Gloved and held on to by Rumbaugh. 11:32 to go. I guess I should say in regulation since there's a possibility of a shootout. Still 5-1 JP2. Draws to the right of Rumbaugh. Shot from the right point. Stopped by Rumbaugh. That shot came from Ian Sullivan. Now there's Joe Hiller around the back of the Hendersonville net. Passing it over to the slot. David Bavis' shot misses the net to the left of Rumbaugh. Joe Hiller keeping the puck alive right at the blue line. Moving down the slot. Tried to drop it back to Bavis. Now here's Hiller. Now Bavis. Tried to center it for Glidewell. Went off the right wing boards to Hiller, and his one-timer was stopped by Rumbaugh. Now here's Morrison. Morrison through center. Into the JP2 zone, down the left wing, trying to cut to the front of the net. A shot! Oh, I think it hit one of the posts. I heard it ping. Hit some kind of metal around Benoit. Now here's Clayton Roach. He's sitting on a hat trick. Brought the puck into the Hendersonville zone, sent it down. Now here's Colin Smith. Back into the JP2 zone on the left wing side. Wanted to center for Dickens. One-timer from Colin Smith. Missed the net. Came out in front, and Caden Lewis got off a shot that was turned away by Benoit. Here's Will Emerson dumping the puck back into the Hendersonville zone. Dom Harpole trying to carry it out. Now Gideon Drobnik back into the JP2 zone. Trying to backhand it in front. Drobnik with a backhander. It's turned away by Benoit. Puck sliding back down into the Hendersonville zone, but it slows way down inside the right circle, so no icing. Oh, then Caden Smith tried to send it up the near side. He whiffed on it, didn't know where it was. Oscar Ford is the puck now. Passes up to the left point. Here's Hugo Ford trying to send it to the front of the net, blocked by the stick of Cisco. Gideon Drobnik ahead to Landon Croft. Croft tried to send it over to Cisco, but it went off of Benoit. Drobnik keeps it alive. Passes over one-timer. Score, Cisco. Drobnik from the left circle. Pass across to the left-hand post, knocked in by Cisco. And it is 5-2 JP2 with 8:24 to go in regulation. It is now 4-1 Centennial over the Outlaws over on Rink B. The Outlaws' hopes of getting into the Preds Cup are fading. They're going to need help from Ravenwood big time. Here's Cisco with a shot, bottom of the right circle, misses the net. And the puck went out to center, was sent back in by Dom Harpole. I think it touched Landon Croft as he was coming up the boards trying to get out. So offside called against Hendersonville. Puck's going to be dropped right at center. Here, Hendersonville in the JP2 zone with a puck. Behind the net, Braden Rose. Trying to put it out in front for Brian Wilkinson. Got knocked down by Saxon Clements. JP2 clear it out. Harpole will catch up to it inside the Hendersonville zone. Taken back at center by the Knights. Here is Saxon Clements. Brian Wilkinson knocked into the boards. JP2 with a puck again. Passed up the far side. Roach deflects it into the Hendersonville zone. He'll go to the bench for a change again. Roach sitting on a hat trick. Here's Colin Smith, left wing side of the JP2 zone. Morrison from center dumps the puck into the JP2 end. And JP2 trying to get it out. Joe Hiller trying to get it out. Went off the skates, I think, of Rose and into the netting above the glass into the JP2 bleachers. 6:45 to go in regulation. Still 5-2 JP2. Oh, the Outlaws get one back. They're down 4-2. How much time left? Just under 4 minutes. If the Outlaws can come back and get a tie out of that, they can at least force Station Camp to tie Ravenwood 2 weeks from tonight and have it come down to goal difference. Actually, no. Actually, yeah. If the Outlaws came back and tied Centennial, then Station Camp tied Ravenwood, Station Camp would still get the last Preds Cup spot because their goal differential would stay the same. Here's a shot from deep inside the JP2 zone by Landon Crofton to be turned away by Benoit. Oh, and Cisco whiffs on a one-timer as the puck came his way. Puck went out to center, brought back in by Hendersonville. Here's Croft with a shot, stopped by Benoit, and he'll cover it. 5:55 to go, still 5-2. JP2. Shot from Carter Morrison to the right point, stopped by Benoit, unable to get to the rebound was Braden Rose. Puck held in at the left point. Wyatt Franks firing to the front of the net, stopped and held on to by Benoit. Draw to the right of Benoit. JP2 win it, get it around the wall. Saxon Clements trying to go to the slot. He tries to send it to the front of the net, went off a stick and passed the net to the left of Benoit. And Rumbaugh backed into the net and dislodged it. 5:21 to go in regulation, still 5-2, JP2. Draws to the right of Rumbaugh. Draw one by Hendersonville. They try and clear it out. Knocked down by David Bavis and then given away to Dom Harpole. And now the puck back in the JP2 zone. Merrick Mott to the inboards. Pushed in there by Hugo Ford. There's Brian Wilkinson shot in the right circle. Stopped and held on to by Benoit. Shot by Cisco, turned away by Benoit. Puck on the inboards. And a shot from Cisco. Oh, kind of glanced, looked like it glanced off Benoit, then hit the post to his right. Landon Croft a shot from the slot. Went off of something and passed the net to the right of Benoit. Wyatt Franks over to Colin Smith. Smith's shot went off off the stick of Nick Pellegrino and stopped dead. Lyman Gideon Dropnik to get off a shot that stopped and covered up by Benoit. 4:07 to go in regulation, still 5-2 JP2. Draw was to the right of Benoit, won by JP2. It's in the Hendersonville zone, behind the net. Colin Smith trying to clear it out to the far side, held in by Ian Sullivan. Oscar Ford holding it in at the left point, sending it around to the far side. And we got a penalty, a roughing call. And it's against Braden Rose. And JP2 back in the power play up 5-2 with 3:42 to go in regulation. Draw was to the left of Rumbaugh. Here's Pellegrino passing down to the left wing. Now across the right circle, a shot off the glove of Rumbaugh. That was from Hiller. Off the glove of Rumbaugh, and I think his glove hit the net and caused it to dislodge. Draw's going to be to run balls left. It's one by Hendersonville and brought into the JP2 zone. Shot from Caden Cisco misses the net to the right of Benoit. And here come the Knights. Brought out to center. Nick Pellegrino now into the Hendersonville zone on the left wing side. Trying to pass across and goes off the boards, comes to Colin Smith. Smith whips it around the wall and it hits a stanchion, comes out in front to Saxon Clements in the slot. A shot blocked by Colin Smith. Clayton Roach with it now and he'll go out to center. Now Roach brings it back in under a minute left in the power play for JP2. Roach's shot blocked in the slot by Carter Morrison. Back into the JP2 zone. Knights get a hold of the puck, send it around to the near side. And now here's Saxon Clements back in the Hendersonville zone. Drops it back, but it's going to be intercepted by Carter Morrison. Landon Croft at center. Back into the JP2 zone, a shot in the right wing, turned away by Benoit. Under 30 seconds left in the power play for JP2. Puck out in front of the net. Oh, there's going to be a penalty against JP2. And they finally touch it up, a roughing call. And it's Coleman Glidewell going to the box. So it'll be 6 seconds of 4-on-4. Draw to the right of Benoit. Minute 48 to go. 5-2 JP2. And the net is empty for Hendersonville. They don't seem to notice. They got 5 guys in the ice instead of 6. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it's because their penalty expires. They're now, okay. There was a penalty against Braden Rose. Yeah. So it would have been too many men. So now there are 6 attackers out on the ice for Hendersonville. And they're on the power play for, well, it was a minute 54 or a minute 53. Perhaps even a minute 55. Depending upon how the penalty clocks were synced up. Here's Colin Smith out high. Taking a shot. Missed the net to the right of Benoit. We're inside the final minute of the game. JP2 clear the puck out. Here's Merrick Mott. In front, Carter Morrison, shot, score. He gets one finally. It's a power play goal for Hendersonville, and they're down 5-3 with 38.1 seconds to go. And someone's called a timeout. I'm not sure who. But it's 5-3. And that game over on Rink B is now final. 4-2 Centennial beat the Outlaws. And now the goal differential for the Outlaws. Again, it's the tiebreaker goal differential. It's not what's on the game sheet standings. The tiebreaker goal differential for the Outlaws let's see, 51. No, wait. It's now 47 goals allowed, 47 goals scored, 47 allowed. For Station Camp Liberty Creek, it's 50 allowed, or sorry, 50 scored, 47 allowed. Station Camp Liberty Creek's goal differential for the tiebreaker is now +3. The Outlaws is at 0. Timeout done. Net still empty for Hendersonville. And a shot score, Landon Croft from the right circle. It goes up and one in. And all of a sudden it's 5-4 with 31 seconds left. Can Hendersonville come back? And now JP2 are using their timeout. 31 seconds exactly left. So both teams have used their timeout. Timeout is done. Net still empty for Hendersonville. How big is that disallowed goal in the second that appeared to make it 5-2, or 5-1, excuse me. Puck inside the JP2 zone. And cleared out. Colin Smith couldn't keep it in. And then it was sent back in with players still offside, touched up by, I think, Gideon Drobnik, yeah. No, it was, I think, Caden Cisco touched it up. 17.1 seconds left. Draw one by JP2. They send it down ice. Colin Smith with it. Trying to send it up the near side. Now there's Carter Morrison back in the JP2 zone. Puck came in front, and it went past the skates of Braden Rose, and that's it. JP2 are going to hang on and win 5-4. And they are the inaugural Rock Castle Cup winners. What a flurry of a finish. It looked for a moment like there was no way in heck it was going to finish like that. Hendersonville actually made it interesting.
Truly 1 minute.
That players the game's real
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to JP2 on winning the inaugural Rock Castle Cup. Now it's time for me to select the players of the game for each team. For Hendersonville, player of the game for me is number 8, Landon Croft. And now my selection, player of the game for JPII-MLK, number 31, Jacob Benoit.
Can you call up our captain for the top?
And now I'd like to ask JP2 captain Coleman Glidewell to come up and get the Rock Castle Cup. Congratulations to JP2 and Hendersonville on a great game. Good luck to you guys in your last regular season games. Thanks for coming, everybody. Good night. All right, so the game is done. JP2 win 5-4. The goal scores in this one for Hendersonville, they were all scored by a different player. Merrick Mott, Caden Cisco, Carter Morrison, and Landon Croft. The goals for JP2, 2 from Saxon Clements, and the others came from David Bavis, Joe Hiller, and Coleman Glidewell. Yeah, player of the game is Jacob Benoit because Hendersonville dominated puck possession in that first period. That flurry allowed JP2 to hang on and win that game in the end when Hendersonville scored twice in the final minute to get within 1. All right, so the night in GNASH is done. Sit down here and type out these final scores. Hold on, folks. I'm still typing out stuff here. I got to send out multiple texts about the Outlaws Centennial game because it's such a wacky situation. Hold on, folks. I'm almost done. I don't mean to leave you hanging here. So JP2 are now in line to get a top 3 seed for the Preds Cup. But again, they still have to play Summit, and that's not going to be an easy game. Whereas Hendersonville, their last game is against Rutherford, and they should win that game. All right, so the night in GNASH is done. All the finals are in. Independence BA USN Nashville Christian beat the Montgomery County Rangers 9-1. The Rangers will be the 8th seed for the Hein Cup. Centennial FRA beat the Tennessee Outlaws 4-2. So the Outlaws finished the season on a 4-game losing streak. Yikes. And JPII-MLK beat Hendersonville-Beech-Lawson 5-4 to become the inaugural Rock Castle Cup winners. So here are the standings. After tonight's action. Again, Ensworth, Nolensville, Lipscomb have won the GNASH Cup regular season championship with a final regular season record of 13 wins, no losses, and 2 ties. Ravenwood at 10-2-1 in second. JPII-MLK now at 10-4-0 after tonight. Henderson-Beech-Lawson now 9-4-1. Franklin 9-4-0. MBA at 8-3-2. Summit Page at 7-3-1. Station Camp Liberty Creek 6-6-2. The Outlaws finished the regular season 6-7-2. Again, they are behind on goal difference, +3 for Station Camp, 0 for the Outlaws. I'm going to write an article about that. Father Ryan 5-8-1, the Rutherford Rampage, and Centennial FRA both at 5-9-0, but the Rampage are placed ahead of Centennial because they beat them back in October. Brentwood, again, their regular season is over. They finished the regular season with a 4-10-1 record. Independence BA USN Nashville Christian 4-9-1. Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill 1-10-2. And the Montgomery County Rangers 0-14-0. And again, they will be the 8th seed for the Hein Cup. Last game of the week tomorrow night. The North Rink in Antioch at 8:30. Franklin taking on Summit Page. If Summit Page get at least a tie out of this, they will clinch the 7th Predators Cup berth. And then there are no games next week. They intentionally didn't schedule any games next week. One, because Monday, of course, is MLK Day, and on MLK weekend, tournaments go either from Friday night to Monday or Saturday to Monday. Also, Centennial is closed on MLK Day, so there's no way to have any games here. They intentionally did not schedule any games for next week just in case any of this week's games had to be moved by inclement weather, and we did dodge a bullet with last Friday's snowstorm coming and going as quickly as it did, and temperatures getting above freezing on Saturday and then getting into the 40s on Sunday, plus the fact that Nashville had way more snow plows this year, and a lot of other places around Tennessee had way more snow plows this year. So, yeah, no games next week. So the action resumes. Final week of the regular season. Hard to believe it's just around the corner. Begins on January 27th, and this time is correct. 4:30. Yes, 4:30 here on Rink A at Centennial. I guess they're having a big swim meet. And they want to get one game out of the books before the parking lot gets crowded. Centennial FRA and Franklin, last game of the regular season for both of those teams. 6:15 here on Rink A. Mount Juliet Wilson Central taking on MBA. 7:40 over on Rink B. Ravenwood, their senior night as they take on Independence BA USN Nashville Christian. 8 p.m. here on Rink A. JPII-MLK taking on Summit Page. It's senior night for JP2. And 8:30 on the Terry Chris Spring in Bellevue. Hendersonville-Beech-Lawson taking on the Rampage. Senior night for Hendersonville. It is the last game of the regular season for both of those teams. JP2 also finishing their regular season on January the 27th. January 29th, 3 games here at Centennial. 7:10 here on Rink A. Summit Page taking on Father Ryan. 8:30 over on Rink B. The Montgomery County Rangers and Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill taking each other on in their regular season finales. It's senior night for Mount Juliet. And 8:45 here on Rink A. Ravenwood taking on Station Camp Liberty Creek. It is senior night for the Bison. And 8:30 on January 30th on the North Ring in Antioch. Final game, the 120th and final game of the 2024-2025 GNASH regular season. Montgomery Bell taking on Summit Page. So we're only going to do one game that weekend. It's going to be the Ravenwood Station Camp game, 8:40 pregame for an 8:45 faceoff because, again, that game will decide who gets the last spot in the Predators Cup. Oh, by the way, oh my God, Summit Page did clinch. Summit Page did clinch. Oh my God. Summit Page did clinch because the Outlaws lost. I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about that because I was so focused on all the Outlaw Station Camp stuff. Good Lord. I forgot all about that. Yeah. So Summit Page have clinched a berth. Summit Page have clinched a press cup berth. I totally forgot all about that. Whew, man. So there's one spot left in the Preds Cup and one spot left in the Hein Cup. And it's going to come down to that game between Ravenwood and Station Camp on January 29th. And, again, that's the only game we're covering that week, that last week of the regular season. 8:40 pregame, 8:45 face-off. Wow. So, yeah, Summit don't need to do anything against Franklin tomorrow night. They can lose and they're still in. Because the Outlaws are finished with the regular season, and they finished with only 14 points. And Summit Page already have 15. So, yeah. Good Lord. How did I forget that? Thank goodness I remembered that. Whew. Let's go home. Whoop, hold on. Didn't have the volume on the music turned up. Well, we come back from a break of almost 4 weeks. We play 1 week, and after the game tomorrow, we got another week off, and then we have the last game of the regular season, and then playoffs start after that. I still don't know what the playoff schedule is going to look like. I imagine it might be really hectic early on because, we're probably going to go into March because it's a double elimination tournament, less ice time than there has been before. I wouldn't be surprised if we played a Monday to Thursday schedule for the first 2 weeks to knock out as many teams as possible. So, I mean, I haven't heard anything, but I'm just saying. So, JPII-MLK beat Hendersonville-Beech-Lawson 5-4 and are the inaugural Rock Castle Cup winners and have a good shot. They have a shot at a top 3 seed for the Preds Cup. Hendersonville still have a shot at a top 3 seed themselves. They got a more favorable final regular season game against Rutherford. JP2 got to play Summit. Thank you all so much for listening. I'm Michael Hackney. Have a great, safe holiday weekend. Travel players, be safe wherever you're going. And I'll talk to you again 2 weeks from tonight for our last broadcast of the 2024-2025 GNASH regular season. Ravenwood and Station Camp to decide who gets the last Preds Cup spot between the Bison and the Outlaws. Good night from Centennial, everybody.